Hi, this is Chimplet2 on the PlayStation Network. This video is one of a series on my channel about the new Doomsday Heist. We're going to walk through purchasing a facility and hear a little bit from Lester about the heist.
Hey, remember me? Let's say we dust off the old planning board, get the heist crew back together, arm ourselves to the teeth, and try and pull off the biggest job that's ever been pulled, okay? So, buy a facility from the Maze Foreclosure site, and I'll meet you over there. And hey, who else was I gonna get to help me take down the big one, huh?
So there are 9 different locations for the facilities. I'm going to cover locations in another video. And there are multiple design options as well. And I do also have another video that will take you on a detailed walkthrough inside the facility, both stripped down as well as an upgraded version. But for now, what we're going to do is go to the Maze Bank Foreclosures site here and step through the initial purchase of one of the facilities. So you can see there's all 9 of them on the map. And I think I'm going to start with the least expensive, which is this one up here in Paleto Bay. So let's go for that one. And it starts with a base price of $1,250,000. You can see here there are 9 different colors. Well, I guess they call them styles, but it's really colors. I'm just going to step through them here, and again, as I mentioned, I will be having a more detailed video that will walk through and actually see what these look like, but we'll just get a peek here. And you can see each one of these is available at an upgrade cost, and some of them are pretty expensive. So there's the 8th choice, and finally the 9th one is the maximum price of $450,000 for the upgrade. I'm just going to start for now with the basic. Then in terms of graphics, it's really just wall design. I don't know why they called it graphics, but you can see again there are 9 choices here. These are not nearly as expensive as the facility style choices. And I'm thinking now, when I recorded this, I probably should have gotten out of my helicopter. Sorry you're having to listen to that. But anyway, you can see here of these 9 choices, they range anywhere from maybe $70,000 or so up to $175,000. Now there's other upgrades you can do here, like for this Orbital Cannon. Honestly, I haven't had a chance to play with this yet in the game. I don't know if it actually gets involved in gameplay. It looks like you can just use this to attack other players, but in addition to that $900,000 to buy it, it's $500,000 to $750,000 to use it every time, so not sure how necessary that is. This security stuff at a cost of $775,000. There are weapons in there, you can pick up some ammo. It is pretty cool to look at, and you could send mercenaries, a strike team, after other players. But if you're not into that, I'm not sure how necessary the security is either, although it might help defend you against other people attacking you. But in the meantime, here's also the lounge. There is the default utility lounge that without the privacy glass comes free, but you can add the privacy glass and the prestige or premier designs. And the privacy glass, I believe, can be controlled by a switch. I'll cover that in more detail in another video. And lastly, here's the sleeping quarters that you can upgrade to prestige or premier. And all this really gives you is the opportunity to spawn at this location. There's no bathroom, by the way, which is kind of silly. But anyway, if we come back through here and I choose some of these options, we'll get an idea of how much it would cost to totally max out this facility versus the base price. So I'm just going through here and adding all of these options. I'll add the privacy glass and the maximum expensive premier design for the lounge, as well as the premier design for the sleeping quarters. And you can see now we were at 1.25 million and now we're up to 3.73. And oh, wait a minute, I didn't choose anything for the facility style. I think I have that on the default free one, so let me upgrade that. So now we're at a maximum of 4.18 million. That's a lot more than the base price of 1.25. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove all of those upgrades, get down to this base price again, and of course you can go in and renovate and add any of those options back at the same cost as you would have paid when you bought it.
Okay, you own the facility. If you've got a crew, get them together, head over there, and come down to the presentation room. I've got someone to introduce you to. He's richer than God, and he needs a team to break down the toughest security walls in the country. So, of course, he called some bank robbers.
So I'll take you over now to the facility, and we'll go to the heist room. I believe Lester referred to it as the presentation room. And we'll see the initial video where Lester introduces you to his new partner, Avon. And they'll tell us a little bit about the heist. You'll see all of this the very first time you enter the facility after you purchase one. So I've covered more about these interiors in another video, but you can see there at the top it tells you you can store some of your personal vehicles, including the weaponized vehicles. You can store them here on the garage floor. If you purchase the sleeping quarters, you can spawn there. And the security expansion gives you additional staff and some security features, as well as a gun locker and some weapons that are laying around that you can pick up and resupply your ammo. These two receptionists both offer you the opportunity to call for a Pegasus vehicle or to refill your snacks. You can get a soda down there to refill your health or hang out in the lounge up here, and again we covered some of the design options for that. That's where the Orbital Cannon expansion would be, down near the end of the corridor. And we're going to come down to the very end of the corridor and go into the heist planning room. And the first time you enter, you'll see this video coming up from Lester.
Yes, come in. Have a seat anywhere. This is the one room in the country where we cannot be recorded.
Can I take this mask off now?
Oh, yeah. Do you know Avon Hertz?
Avon Hertz. Yes, the Avon Hertz. Don't act all weird. I'm just a normal genius. I do very normal things like kite surf with presidents and date B-list actresses. I bleed real tears. This is real hair. I program and I have actual emotions. I'm sort of like one of those things that is good at lots of things. Why isn't this person talking?
Just, don't worry about it. Mr. Hertz took his first company public when he was 22 years old.
21 3/4. I was worth $1.5 billion by the time I was 25. I'm trying to save the world, for fuck's sake, man, if it'll let me.
Avon was helping the IAA, the government.
Helping the government? I was trying to be the government. My work with artificial intelligence. Thinking only better. That's my slogan, by the way. I was trying to guide the government through a security and ethics nightmare it had stumbled into, when whoosh, I'm told, no thanks. It's a fucking joke, but I'm not laughing.
Avon is worried that someone's trying to start a war.
I'm not worried about it. I'm certain of it. The only problem is, I just don't know who exactly. And worse, Clifford doesn't know who.
Clifford, that's his supercomputer.
It's a neural network of supercomputers. Clifford is a problem-solving facility. Say hello, Clifford.
You're embarrassing me, Avon. I'm blushing.
Give Clifford data and no more problem. Clifford was onto something, but now the data is gone.
Gone.
It has to be the Russians. Or the North Koreans. Or the Iranians. Or the Chinese using a proxy agent. The fact is, if we cannot figure out who is behind these data breaches, then Clifford is useless.
If we can get paid, of course we can help.
There are 3 data thefts I need you to unbreach, re-breach, broach. I'm a natural communicator.
Yeah, you're getting off topic.
No, this is the topic. How I've been treated. How I've been mistreated. It's an American tragedy. Kill the clever genius so that numbskulls could take cheap bribes. Yeah, I'll pay I'll pay whatever it takes.
We'll need serious cash, 6 figures minimum.
No problem. My share price is through the roof. Look, 3 problems. 3 easy enough solutions.
Could you stop talking like you're giving a keynote speech, please?
Do I do that?
Yes!
3 data thefts. 250 trillion data points in enemy hands. 3 simple solutions. 1, data courier. Murdered on the streets of Los Santos. Bodies at the morgue.
Ah, the morgue. You'll have to steal an ambulance to get in there.
Old-fashioned. Analog. I love it. Retro. Problem 2. 4 of these vans are beaming vast amounts of previously secure military data. You'll need cars to track them down. I have a sort of friend who has some cars you can borrow. Here.
Okay, that sounds easy enough. What's the third?
The big new server farm in Palomino has been compromised. I'm certain of it. No one believed me, and I have no idea how to prove it. But if someone could get inside...
Just give me a minute. I know these stealth helicopters. These things. Huh? Now, Avon, these all do seem a bit random.
Of course they seem random, because you are not a supercomputer. Clifford will solve it for us. Just give us more data about the data so we can data it.
All right, well, get to work and good luck.
Pleasure to meet you. You look nice in that shirt, Avon. I like your hair.
Thank you. Progkill Clifford.exe.
So here's our first little peek at the heist setup room. You've got the big screen there in the middle, and I think that tells you about which setup you're working on, what your goals are. There's a map over here on the left. And what else do we have? Some sites here on the right, I would assume have to do with the heist, although I have not done them yet, but they were referenced in that video. So there's your heist room in the facility. So thank you so much for watching. As always, a like for the video and a subscription to my channel would be greatly appreciated. There are additional videos for this Doomsday Heist on my channel, as well as many others that I hope will be helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you here again. Have a great time in Los Santos.